Hearing a metallic rattling noise from your engine when you step on the gas is genuinely scary, but finding out it is a code P033B might be even more confusing if you do not know what a knock sensor actually does. This code tells us there is a circuit voltage issue with knock sensor number 4 on bank 2. Let us break that down quickly. Bank 2 is simply the side of your engine that does not contain cylinder number 1. The knock sensor is basically a high-tech microphone for your engine. It listens for a specific frequency that indicates pre-detonation, also known as pinging or knocking. This happens when the fuel burns unevenly or explodes too early. When the sensor hears this, it tells the computer to adjust the spark timing to save your engine from destroying itself. A P033B means the computer is seeing a voltage signal from this sensor that does not make sense, or it is out of the expected range. Now, before you dive under the hood and start tearing things apart, ask yourself a simple question. Did you just get gas at a cheap station? Using low-octane fuel in a car that demands premium is a very common cause for this. The engine knocks because the fuel is not stable enough, and the sensor goes crazy trying to report it. If your fuel is good, we need to look at the sensor itself. These sensors live in a harsh environment, usually buried deep on the engine block. Moisture is a massive enemy here. If the connector gets wet or corroded, the resistance changes and the computer throws this code. A great way to test this without buying parts yet is to find the sensor and physically inspect the wiring. If it looks okay, you can try the tap test. With the engine idling and a scan tool connected, tap on the engine block near the sensor with a wrench. You should see the knock sensor signal spike on your scanner. If it is a flat line, your sensor or the wiring is likely dead. Also, check for 5 volts at the connector with the ignition on but the engine off. If you do not have that 5-volt reference, you might have a wiring break between the sensor and the computer. However, if the sensor responds to your tapping but the code persists, ensure that ignition wires are not routed too close to the sensor wire, as they can cause electrical interference. Start with the fuel quality, then check the connector for green corrosion, and finally, test the sensor itself. It is usually a straightforward swap if the part is bad, so do not let this code scare you too much.